Good morning, Dr. Narayan.
Good morning, sir. Happy morning to all of you.
Happy morning to you, sir. Happy morning to you.
Thank you.
We are delighted to have you here, sir.
It's my honor, and it's a thanks that you have invited, and I could find time. All for education, all for training, all for development, all for the growth of country and the world.
It's a really a great privilege for us to have you here. May I introduce you, sir?
Go ahead, sir. No problem.
Dr. Narayan B. Iyer is the co-founder and CEO of Indian Development Foundation, also known as IDF. Dr. Narayan is also a trustee to some of the leading national NGOs in India working towards leprosy eradication. Dr. Iyer specializes in commercial field and sociology, specializing in mass health awareness programs by establishing Bal Gurukuls in India. Dr. Iyer is widely traveled across India and abroad. He promotes advocacy for less privileged projects like Waste to Knowledge, W2K, and Mission WEK, Electronic Waste to Knowledge, were initiated for safe disposal of electronic waste and mobilize resources for students to attend schools. Project Dignity is also another project that Dr. Narayan is involved in. This is about freedom to girl child. It was initiated by providing menstrual hygiene. Since 2015, the inception of it, they have received swag, journal, and um, this is more about menstrual hygiene, pH 12, so on and so forth. Dr. Narayanan has had the privilege of interacting with prime ministers and presidents of India. He is leader in action platform for world leaders, encourage them to inspire young minds. Dr. Narayanan Iyer has got IDF registered in United Nations and Social Council, and he has represented UN Meet in New York in 2012 and 2015. It is an honor, sir, to have you here as our keynote speaker, and I hand it over to you to take charge, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful introduction. Uh, Sincere gratitude to you and also Dr. Suresh Nair, sir, and all the brilliant minds, I can say, the brilliant and the most beautiful minds who are part of this forum. It's said that all beautiful people are not in Hollywood, the Bollywood. Many are teaching too. There are a lot of teachers who are having beautiful minds, and they are beautiful, right? So, of course, when we talk about the teaching fraternity as a whole, so the first mantra that comes to our mind is Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. Everywhere it is Guru. Guru is Brahma, Guru is Vishnu. So the teacher has defined as the highest order. Teacher can transform many minds, the creativity and many things. I'm not here to talk about what the programs and things like that. Of course, I would touch upon more on the practicalities, what we come across during the days, and how the teacher-student relationship is more important. I still remember my first standard, second standard, third standard teacher. Also the teachers who have taught me in other classes. How a teacher will be remembered is very, very important. Here, once a teacher went, there was an inspection in the school, and the inspector just got into the classroom, and the class was going on, and the inspector asked, how many of you like mathematics? With a answer in his mind, inspector's mind, that 50% will raise their hand and the rest will not, because maths is not liked by many. And in this classroom, all 100%, every student raised their hand saying that they all like mathematics. So the inspector was surprised. How come? Never it has happened, because the moment the mathematics means the students get into jitters. So the teacher who was there said that it is not the subject, it is the teacher who is more important here. The teacher is teaching the subject in such a way, the teacher loves the subject and the students admire the teacher. So the sync is done properly. So the moment you have the best of subjects can be of any order, it can be of any style, it can be good, it can be boring, it can be, but it has to be taught as per the protocols, as per the curriculum. But how you present it, how do you deliver is more important. So here the students all liked the way the teacher was teaching, and they all liked mathematics so much. They all wanted to have mathematics. So this is how the creativity in action takes place, or the leaders in action, how the leaders are born. Teachers have been really a great leader. They are leader creator, and they are leaders by themselves. They are multifaceted individual. Now Durga, we say, they have a lot of roles to play, multiple roles they play. So I'm sure the teachers who have been in place by choice, by chance. So for all those who have already come into the field of teaching, when you are already into the platform, we have to deliver the best. The best is what is required. How we all tend to see that the children become first class, everyone gets first class, first class, first class. But we need to see that how we can make them world class, which is very important. First class तो सभी हो जाते हैं, world class होना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. So how do you create that, which is very, very important. So teachers, they are leaders all day, but they are also creating leaders in the process. So if you look into the pandemic time, where the teachers who are already teaching for 25, 30 years down the line, who have no access to digital, who have never taught, they all got transformed, they all got changed, they all learned. So ever learning attitude. And all the time, it say that lifelong learning, once that is there. So this one such message, that we should be having lifelong learning, getting updated all the time, which is very, very important. So what we can give to the students. So as teachers teachers used to tell children that you should have never give up attitude, and they themselves had to play this role as a leader when the pandemic had hit. They all played a fantastic role. That's all the teachers. They are all the COVID warriors, and they are frontliners. So need not be that only those into the medical fraternity or social field like us we were there, but also played a very important. कहते हैं ना कि सब कुछ थम गया था. We are still alive. We are breathing. Education did not stop. Teachers did not stop. They kept on teaching the students in different ways, different methods, with technology, without technology, taking challenges. A lecture of 40 minutes, they used to prepare for 4 hours. How do you present, which they have not taught in their B.Ed classes or D.Ed classes or whatever? But still they presented. And students also motivated. They also motivated teachers. So there was a win-win situation at both the ends. So the kindergarten child was also telling teacher, if the teacher is unable to make the presentation, come on teacher, you can make it. Come on teacher, you can make it. So there was a motivation coming from the kindergarten student to the teacher also. The teacher felt very happy. Acceptance. Teacher did not feel that, oh, mujhe sab kuch aata hai. Nahi. Teacher was ready to take that message from the kindergarten student. Child had the audacity and something to tell me, and let me accept it, let me take it, which is very, very important. I think there are a lot of challenges. The pandemic has brought everyone into what is to be done, where do we go ahead. The profession was also at stake. At a time when we used to say that teachers are they are the wings of the nation. They are the wings of the nation to develop education and research. The teachers have a role to play. They are known as the drivers who are on the seat to lead, to take the nation to the right place, because all the children are in their hand. The parents have the full faith in the teacher fraternity and the schools, and they just give their children to teachers and say that now come more shape. They're just like that clay and in the hands of the teacher, and the teachers are molding them, shaping them to the best way possible. Adaptability, acceptance are some of the things we need to accept where we are, what we are. Sometimes we should not compare ourselves. Oh, I am not teacher of X school and Y school. I am in this school. I wish I was there. I wish I was there. All those things are there. But where you are, give your 100%. That student loves you. After all, what matters is that love that coming from the student. After all, what matters, what you are going to teach does that matter. I'm sure you'll grow. It's not that you cannot go to different places. You cannot hop from one institution to another. You can do that because we need to learn. We need to learn. We need to also learn and also share the best practices that you have learned from one place to the other. There were teachers in Germany who were teaching in the colleges. They resigned and they joined the kindergarten, saying that there's a lot to be done in the kindergarten than in the colleges. They can read the mind and they can shape up the minds in a better way. So a teacher who was giving these in a classroom, for example, she called, for example, Raju, here is one apple and the second apple and the third apple, and asking the teacher, how many apples are there with you? The Raju said there are 4 apples. She got disturbed. Again, she said that I'm giving you 1 apple, I'm giving you second apple, I'm giving you third apple. How many apples you have got? Raju replied again, it's 3 apples. Sorry, 4 apples. She got disturbed. Why is she telling like this? So she changed apples to guava. And she said, I give you 1 guava, 2 guava, and the third one. How many you have? Raju replied it correctly, 3. Teacher felt, why did he not reply when I said apple? And why did he reply when I said guava? So immediately she again changed her question to 1 apple, 2 apple, and third apple. Raju said 4th apple. Finally, Raju had to say that, teacher, you gave 3 apples, but 2 apple I'm already carrying in my bag. The 4th. So we need to understand why the student is replying. We need to go to that level to understand what is there in child's mind, not to get fixed with what we know. The child may have a different answer. So we need to be acceptant. We need to be adaptable to the situations, wherever we are. Looking at pandemic situation, as teachers were teaching, there were a lot of things that they need to do. They were at the home, they could not go out. I know as IDF in the introduction, they said that the teachers are, we run Bal Gurukuls. So our teachers in the remotest rural villages in the tribal area, what they did was they went to the Chauraha, they went into the crossroads, took a mic, and then they started teaching from there. With the passion that was filled in. It was awesome, amazing. They stood there, the students were inside their homes. Their voices went into their homes, and students started. Teachers travel and see that the child benefits. The child benefits. They give much more to the institution, sir. They give more to the children to whom they teach than their own family. There are a lot of negligence and neglect that happens to their health. They want to see they give best. But I'm sure they should also see that the family also falls in place. They need to take care of the children also. It's very, very important. So teach time has come now to learn many things, looking into this new methodology of NEP that is coming, new things of the new things of hybrid models where teachers will be teaching and there will be somebody will be online, somebody will be offline. So there are many things that we need to be updating ourselves. Don't give up. A long journey to be done. That one teacher who took that small boy in Rameshwaram to the beach to show that the wings of the bird open up, and he thought of making a rocket. So that is how we need to give them an exposure. We need to give children an exposure beyond the textbook. Have your own method, have your own way of teaching. No problem. children are ready to accept. But I know in the new system where teachers also need to get updated into NEP and the other policies which are informed. But still, the 21st century children are totally different. The millennials are totally different. We need to address them at large and understand them in a big way. Where children are bogged up. In fact, if you see that at a time when we used to tell children not to touch the gadget, and now without gadget they can learn at all. There are also time that is coming to the children. We need to find answers for many questions the children are asking, whether education is important at all, whether graduation is important. There are corporates who are taking 12th graders, 10th graders, where IITs are required at all. But we need to find answers. World class will always remain world class. That message has to be given. I know the world are also going in one method, saying that through gaming I can make money. After all, to earn money. So what is that message? We need to give it to the child. There's a lot of addictions that happen into the system. So how we need to bring them out of how we need to pull them out of that addiction of the games or wherever they are, and make the entire curriculum more interesting, is all in the hands of the teacher. Teachers have a larger role to play. I'm sure through this conference of 2-day deliberation that you're all going to be part of, wonderful things are going to be discussed. There are a lot of very good speakers of high order who are going to come and deliver their best of speeches. Take the best and see that you can take the message, the takeaway from the entire 2-day national conference is going to help you out in a very big way. We need to be revisiting the education of 2021 and see that how the best can be offered. Add social spectrum, add social service into the student's mind. A care for the nation, a care for people, care for their brethren. These need to be embedded from the very young childhood days. Children are participating in various social programs. They did participate through online also during the pandemic time. IDF provides a platform where children, schools, teachers can participate and help in creating leaders of high order. So we welcome you all to this wonderful journey of goodness. It has been a great morning talking to all of you and giving this message that we need to be like a fluid. We need to be like a water which keeps flowing all through. Never stop. Take shapes, because the class in 2020, what you taught will not be class in 2021, will not be the class in 2022. The structure that you form, you need to go out and come inside. After all, it is for the benefit of the children, and it is all for the benefit of the country and the welfare of the entire universe. Teachers play a very important role. Our sincere gratitude and respects to all the teachers who are the nation builders, who are the wings of the nation, and who are the drivers who are taking the vehicle, the national vehicle. The best teachers have a great role to play. The smallest thing that they do to the child, appreciative mode. For example, even if the child has done wrong and the teacher comes out and says that you have done good, that one spark in the child's eye the teacher would like to see is very, very important. So here you need to be having a listening and a feedback mode also, where you are a good listener, and then you also get a good feedback from the child. How does the child gives you a feedback, which is very important. There are a lot of stories which we all have come across. There should be no bias. We need to be more effective. We need to be more effective as far as the online and the offline board are concerned. Now the schools have begun. So we can have a lot of fun and learn method also, where children are coming back to the school after 15 months or so, or 18 months or so, they are going to come back to the schools. So how we can put them into fun and learn also, which is very important, where more creativity will be there in place, and the students will also absorb things beautifully well. Teachers provide additional support for the welfare or the growth of the student, and it is and at the end it is for the overall benefit of the institution. The institution is built, every brick has the role played by the teacher. The teachers are the effective role models for the students, and they take the school or to the institution to the highest. Before I close, I should also tell that teachers should go for, as we have exchange program for children, right? That children from Germany come to India and India go to Germany. We have teachers coming from this place to that place. We have cross-cultural exchange program that happens to learn the best practices. But I should also tell you, we should have cross-cultural exchange program within the country. There are so many schools in India who have done exceedingly well, where we need to understand how these things can be learned. If your institution is of best order, make it a platform where other institutions can come to you and learn from your institution, because this is what is required. Exchange within the system is also very important. There was one school in Pathaudi where I visited. I saw that when a visitor comes to your school, the principal goes along to every classroom and show the institution all around, or the coordinator and things like that. But this school was totally different. The students used to, so the principal will be stationed at wherever he or she is. The two students in the classroom are called and asked to go around with the visitor and show every classroom for that matter. This is for whether the child knows the school very well. So every child should know the school well. This is one of the best practices which was taken up. The student is not only knowing his or her the configuration of the classroom where he or she is, but the entire school, where is the notice board, where are the public journal, public walls are kept, and things like that. Many things which a child needs to learn. You can pick and choose the students from any classroom and send them at the visitor. This is a leadership building in its own way. I take this opportunity to wish you all a wonderful time. Thank you for providing me this wonderful opportunity to address you all. You are the leaders in action. The leaders in action, the teachers play a wonderful role in shaping up the nation in the best way possible. Leave that the message of goodness in the heart of every student, the love and the affection of the teacher and the student will ever be embedded in the hearts for all time to come. My respects and pranam to everyone and all the organizers who have given me this opportunity. Jai Hind and Jai Ho.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for the insight. You are indeed the leader of the pack of leaders, of the teachers. So it was really great listening to you. And we really thank from bottom of our heart for giving us time and being here, sir. Thank you so much. IDEA is Individual Resource Development International. It is a complete journey offered to the students to be prepared to lead a progressive life. This initiative is an effort by the like minded professionals who have learned about life by their own experiences and by eventually realizing what seeds could have been sown to do better in life. We at Idea Studio want to be the torchbearer in assisting the self development of a child and help young minds see clear and a confident path to tread on. We want children, especially the ones in their teenage, to be well groomed, independent, and judicious from an early stage in their lives. Yes, the program is primarily for the young, but there's a difference. The difference here is parent or adult participation and collaboration. Adults become the medium here. That is predominantly what our role is, right? To begin with, we make the children go through a series of tests while offering career guidance and counseling to them. These tests will be based on a combination of multiple intelligence theory, aptitude, and personality. These will help us determine not only the aptitude of a child based on his or her personality, but also their primary and secondary intelligences. Therefore, allowing us to give them a very clear and effective counseling as well as guide them to choose the right career paths. However, that is not what we stop at. We shall also be focusing on their grooming and confidence building. There are three programs which we have designed with the assistance of experts from around the world. We call them the Aram, Praram, and Parichay. Aram is for classes 5, 6, and 7, focusing on life skills, mind frame, knowledge quotient, interest, and hobbies. We believe this as the foundation for students to be better prepared as they have almost entered the adolescent phase or are about to. Next is Praram. Aram is the beginning and Praram is about being focused. This program is for the 8, 9, 10 standard students who have the desire to do something or are dealing with inner conflict which does not allow them to grow mentally, physically, emotionally, and socially. They only follow, which at this stage could seem to be true, but is only temporary and could actually affect the future, which is a very long, responsible, and a challenging phase. Let me help you understand this through numbers. Childhood is 0 to 10 years. Teenage phase is 11 to 19 years. Youth is 20 to 25. Human lifespan in a normal condition is at least 60 years. If we deduct the first 25 years as adults, the child needs to drive the next 35 years. Childhood was love, care, and guidance. Teenage was excess attention, love, peer pressure. Youth was love, expectations, and compulsions. All the three stages reflect concern and cooperation, but adulthood is responsibilities and independence, which many a times brings in fear, which compels us to be less experimental, lack the guts, and we become followers. So Prarabdha provides the foundation to build the potential through individual capacity and emotional stability. Parichaya is the last leg of program, where it is all about focus, setting goals, being enterprising, being human, being realistic, and connected to people, place, and emotions. As mentioned before, these programs are realistic and might not be ideal. Realistic for it caters individuals. Every enrolled student will be cajoled, will be encouraged, and walk through along with the assigned counselors, along with their parents. Every dream is individual, and so is every individual. So, how can we offer a standardized program to one and all? There is no one shoe that fits all. We have to go by the child and their personalities. Standardization could be possible in offering academic information, training into vocational subjects, pursuing hobbies, etc. We will work on the individuality of a child through this program. It's like science is a subject, while scientist is the inventor. It's like dancing is learning steps. The performance is individual expression, the choreography, and the interpretation. In a factory, a product is manufactured but sold through innovative ideas. This interpretation, innovation, and experimenting is what we will help children explore and also learn during their journey with us at IRDI Studio. Thank you. On behalf of all of us at Team IRDI, I thank you all. Do visit us at www.irdistudio.com. We encourage you subscribe to our channel and keep liking the videos and share your comments and thoughts in the comment section. Thank you.